Hello everyone, today we will learn borrowing references and borrow checker in Rust. Yesterday we learned ownership in Rust. So today topic is borrowing references and borrow checker in Rust. That is most important thing of Rust concept. So if you are on my channel for the first time, so we are doing a self study of Rust. So you just keep watching this video if you want to learn with me, along with me. If you have any questions, you have a suggestion to learn like that, you can comment it out. You have any questions, you just comment it out. So let's start this video. Okay, so topic is borrowing reference and borrow checker in Rust. Okay, how ownership and borrowing work. So this is owner, this is data, that is a string, and a string references, we call it, and string is a references. Okay, owner still own the data, references only borrow it. Okay, so it means these, after adding this syntax and an variable name, it will take the data from the first party to the second party, but they don't take the ownership, they're just taking the data. Okay, and first one will not move his ownership from one to this one. Okay, so now first of all we will discuss later. First start from here. What is borrowing? Borrowing means using a value without becoming its owner. Okay, instead of moving the data, Rust let you borrow it temporarily. Once you are done, the owner still own the value. Okay. Real life example. Imagine your friend own a book. Buying a book, you become the owner. Borrowing the book, you read it and return it later. Okay. The ownership never changes. Okay. So this is the code example of borrowing. So one is function print name. Second is main, that is main. So here written the name. Okay, it passing it, borrowing from here from name, it's just a reference of name. So it temporarily taking data from name and passing into print name. Okay, so it will print the name, and also here it will print the name as well, because it has the ownership right now. Okay, so it printing wiki, that is good. Why print name receive a reference, not the actual string? Ownership stay with main. Okay, yes, be clear, we understand these things using the example, that is clear. What is reference? A reference is just simply the address of a value. A reference is simply the address of a value. Instead of copying and moving the data, Rust passes its location. Okay, see this one, in the memory it is storing Rust, and yes. Okay, okay, instead of copying the data, Rust passes its location. Okay, it's passing the location ID. Okay, okay, here a references start with and. Okay, s, that is string Rust, and this is the reference of s. We denote and the variable name that is storing here, so it just temporarily taking the data from s. Both s and r point to the same data. Okay, immutable references. So and t and immutable references allow you to read the data, you can't modify it. Example, a variable. Okay, taking the immutable references, that is and variable name, if printing, if they want to change this thing, it's not able to change. So let's see, the output is this one. Think of it's like a reading a library book. You can read every pages, you can't write inside it. Okay, so this code block representing immutable, that is the good example. Think of like a reading a library book. You can read every page but can't modify it, right inside it. Okay, we can modify using the highlighter but we can't change the context of the book. Okay, that the things. Mutable references. Immutable references allow you to modify the borrowed value. Example is this one. the let language this one are and mute language. Okay, so it now what he is doing, he first muted these things here, and then here it just taking references of that mute language and mute for mutations and language as a variable. R dot push this string push.str pushing programming that it will print Rust program. That is good because the owner declared the variable as mutable. The Rust allows a mutable borrow. What is the borrow checker? The borrow checker is Rust compile time safety system. Okay, it check every borrow before your program runs. Its goal is to prevent data races, invalid memory access, dangling references, and unsafe mutations. We don't know dangling references, invalid memory access, that is no data races. We don't know. We will maybe we will call it will come into the later chapters. I know the data is races, but it will come in the Rust scenario later. Okay. If your code break the borrowing rules, it doesn't compile your code. Okay. Borrow checker rule number one. Many immutable references are allowed. Okay. Means many read are allowed. If nobody is modifying the data, many people can read it. Okay. That is this one. Okay. This word. Everyone is only reading. Okay. Borrow checker rule two. Only one mutable reference is allowed. Okay. This is the main rule of borrow checker, that is only one mutable reference is allowed. Okay. So if the variable already mutable, then we can only take reference and mutate once, not twice. Okay, that is the Rust feature of borrow checker. This is the Rust feature, and borrow checker rules we can't uh, mutate two variables, two references. Okay, so error can't borrow is as mutable more than one at a time. Okay, why? Imagine two people. So he given the example is imagine two people editing the same document at the same time. Okay, the final result become unpredictable. Result prevent this before the program runs. Okay, so this result will come before program will run, because in the build time they will throw the error. Okay, borrow checker rule 3, that is rule 2, we can't modify we can't modify mutable references multiple times at a time. Okay, borrow checker rule 3, mutable and immutable references can't exist together. Okay, mutable and immutable. So mutable this one, and this is immutable and mutable. This will also throw the error. So we have to remember these things, these rules. The rule 2 and rule 1 is allowed. Rule 2 is only one mutable reference is allowed. Rule 3 is uh, one read and one write not allowed. Okay, that means this one person is reading while another is editing. That is not a simple answer of real life example. One variable is one references is reading and one references is writing. That is not allowed in the borrow checker rule 3. Okay, correct way of it to Rust doesn't allow this. Correct way to let this one. Okay, it added in a blank object r1, taking the references from here and printing this one. Okay, r1 is dropped. Okay, because it's printed. R2 and it also taking the s from here but mutable r2 the string. So it working because r1 is dropped. So why not here what? Because we just putted this object line, that's why it's working. Output Rust language that giving the output. The immutable borrow end before the mutable borrow begin. The immutable borrow end before the mutable borrow begin. Okay, so here immutable already clean, then it coming. So what happening here? Here also immutable. Okay. This thing calling after the mutable, that is wrong. If we call these things after the immutable, it will work because it will clean the memory. after calling this one. Okay, okay. Q comparison, immutable borrow and T. Mutable borrow be denoted with and mut T. We can read, can't write, multiple allowed. Mutable borrow, read, write, only one. Okay, we can write only one. Okay, remember this borrowing temporary access to data without taking ownership. References, the way we borrow data using and, yeah, or and mute borrow checker, the Rust compiler feature that enforces borrowing rules to guarantee memory safety. Okay, so this is also given the interview answer of these things. Borrowing, what is borrowing? Borrowing is a Rust mechanism for temporarily accessing data without transforming ownership. It is done using references and for immutable and mute for mutable. The borrow checker verified at compile time that borrowing follows Rust safety rules, preventing data races, dangling references, and invalid memory access while eliminating the need of the garbage collector. Okay, so what the key takeaways here? Borrowing lets use data without owning it. Okay, references and mute implement borrowing. Okay, immutable reference allow multiple readers, mutable reference allow only one writers. The borrow checker enforce these rules at compile time, making Rust memories safe without a garbage collector. Okay, so I remember these things. What I have remembered, that is the key takeaway. So the main thing of this thing is references rule, borrow checker rules 1 to 3. First, we can read multiple things. We can take as much as possible references from one variable, but we can write only one mutable references. We can't in line by line, we can't read and write the references, because we have to clear the memory first of read, and then we can write that. That is the things rule. So so this chapter is closed now because we understand these things. So if you understand these things, just let me know in the comment section. If you are on my channel new, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions, just comment it. Yeah, if you have not understand anything, just try to learn from official website, because official website has many context, many tests that taking too much. But I'm just summarizing these things and taking help with the code example that I can understand fastly and do code as well. Okay, so let's meet in another lecture. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.